Hi everyone, I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access Television. Thanks for tuning in to a clip about City Council candidates. I wanted to point out that this is a mail-in ballot for City Council this year, and the ballots are going to be mailed out by October 16th. So if you haven't seen your ballot, please give the elections office a call at Missoula County. The number is 531-4026, or you can go online and learn interesting things like what ward are you in if you don't know. Once again, October 16th, mail-in ballots go out. Tuesday, November 5th, Election Day, all the ballots have to be returned by 8 p.m. I'm sure on Missoula Live, we'll do a show with Dana Cosby, who's the elections officer, and tell you a little more about returning your ballots if you're not going to do it by mail. In any event, I'd like to welcome Drew Iverson. Thanks for taking the time, Drew, to be on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're most welcome. Now, you're a candidate for Ward 5.
Ward 3.
3, sorry. Okay, so can you describe to people the area of your ward?
Yes, so Ward 3 pretty much encompasses from the University Mountain, M, all the way up to Russell to side boundaries of the Bridge and Kent Avenue.
Oh, great. Okay. And that's a segue into your first question. What's inspired you to seek office for Ward 3?
Well, it came down to from a decision I made to get into politics Thursday, January 22nd, 2015 at 6:30 p.m.
Wow, it sounds like a revelation.
It kind of was. A lot of stuff was going on that time, and on my journey, coming into Missoula, going to college, graduating, I'm a Montana native, and I also graduated from the university here recently with a bachelor's degree in political science.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and a lot of things kind of worked out where, my first internship was MontPIRG, Montana Public Interest Research Group, and I ended up earning an outstanding volunteer award with that, and a lot of it was just being myself, and I did a door knocking internship with another campaign, and ended up becoming the top performer in that. Wow. And a lot of that internship that I went into, I got to really know the locals here, and it's kind of the main reason why I stayed was because of the locals. I just fell in love with Missoula, and I found out a lot of them are having a tough time to live here just because of how ridiculous the tax increases have gone, and it didn't really help at all with last year's city council budget being 220 people showing up, pleading and crying out to want to lower them, only for city council to raise them up anyway. And that to me felt like it was injustice to the Missoulians that are struggling to live here, and Missoulians should not be ignored.
Gotcha. And so along the way, how have you campaigned?
I have campaigned. I originally was wanting to start out with going with Jesse Ramos in the GOP, and things didn't work out. We have political differences and went our separate ways, which I think it kind of worked out for the better with me being a nonpartisan candidate. It helps me be flexible with the issues, not be so rigid. And even though my main priority is lower taxes, when elected, I want to bring in more green can recycling bins as an initiative. And so I kind of feel like just having that balance just kind of helps out with also not being endorsed anymore. It kind of helps out with people feeling comfortable that when they vote for me, it's for them. It's not for someone else's agenda.
Right.
And a lot of my campaigning, I've pretty much just been doing, the work, going door to door. I also have, something set up over at the Missoula Senior Center where I'm going and talk to people. And that's pretty much what it comes down to is just doing my best and getting out there and talking to people. And I have a media relations coordinator that's been helping me out with getting the campaign materials, which I'm very grateful for, and he's been helping me out with that. We got everything done with just getting just basic materials such as pamphlets and business cards. And one thing I definitely learned, which I think is a question he had on the form here, one thing I definitely learned along the way of campaign is definitely learning to fundraise.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, fundraise is a big deal when it comes to campaigning, and I would definitely wish that I had the more of the skill in fundraising in the beginning, but it definitely makes a difference. I have fundraised a little bit, but I'm just using what I have to do what I can.
Yeah.
And right now, I had a couple people that helped out in the beginning of the primaries for the first couple of weeks in primaries, but then it just kind of went all on me for the last month or so.
Yeah, a number of candidates have said it's a lot of work,
yeah,
right?
It is. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of work, but the thing is nothing's worthwhile if it's easy.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like I have it kind of easy in my ward because it's all flat.
Yeah, that's
and there's
true.
no hills.
Well, here's your question 3. What is the biggest challenge you want to help Missoulians overcome?
I think with overcoming property taxes, because that's been my main advocate since getting into city council, but I feel like when it comes to the state council itself, it's a lot of it overcoming our differences and working together. Because I feel like personally when it comes to the current city council, it's very partisan. It has a rigid way of thinking, and a lot of that is going to be tough, especially when you want to make a change. It's going to be tough because you're so used to doing the same thing, and a lot of that is come to a point where when new city council members come up on board and want to serve Missoulians, we got to learn to stretch our personalities and be able to work together. So I believe that when we work together, we are stronger together.
Yeah. What are some of the great opportunities city council can help Missoulians realize?
I think we can help realize in making a stronger Missoula by incorporating certain ideas to where it can help focus on the people more, focus more on locals, not focus on projects that it just seems like it goes way out of hand and can't generate any revenue and being able to, make Missoula grow. Because a lot of TIF projects are going on right now, and from looking at the city budget, we are in a negative. We're in a negative about $14 million, and with prosperity funds. And I think a lot of that is due to unnecessary spending, and we need to be able to not like get rid of it completely, but have a limited amount of what we can do each year. So that way we can generate that revenue back, and that way it's not harmful to Missoulians.
And here you go already, closing remarks of your choice.
I want to say that when it comes to me running for city council, people shouldn't focus on me, but focus on what's going on around them. Be aware of what is not working and ask themselves, why is it not working? And what can we do to be better? What can we do to do better? And if that's a question inside, maybe just a little bit in the mind that, hey, we can do different things, we can, do better. And then I suggest just research the candidates, find out what would be the best ones to be put in city council in order to make that difference, to make that change. And it's not going to be easy, and like you said, campaigning is not easy.
Yeah, right.
And when it comes to making a shift in how we go about working ways and having ideas to go about doing things, that's going to be the biggest challenge, because I just think that by overcoming our differences, like I said before, we are stronger together when we work together.
Great. Well, Drew, thank you so much for taking the time to be on this little clip.
Yeah.
Trying to educate people about the upcoming races, and good luck with your campaign.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, dear viewer, for taking in this clip. Drew Iverson, he's running for Ward 3. Once again, the election is coming up November 5th at 8 p.m. It's a Tuesday. All of these mail-in ballots have to be returned to Missoula County Election Office. If you don't receive a ballot in the mail, please research why you didn't and participate in this year's election. The number of the election office is 531-4026. For MCAT, I'm Joel Baird. Thanks for watching.